everyone, Mrs. Hedeen here with another lesson in reading. I was reading this book the other day, Mice and Beans, and I thought it would be a fun book to talk about setting. Remember, the setting is where and when a story takes place, and details in the story usually give you some clues to what the setting is, and sometimes the setting even changes throughout the story. So we're going to look at this book. It's about a woman who's starting to plan for a birthday party or a party for her grandchild. And it talks about all the things she has to do to get ready. And she also does not like mice, and she's trying to catch the mice that are in her house. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And remember, as we work today, I want to teach you that knowing when, or I should say, knowing where a story takes place helps you make sense of what's happening in the story and helps you understand what you're reading. So we're going to go ahead and start. And this is, again, a story that's really, really super cute. We're not going to be able to read the whole thing. What we're going to do is just read this one page. I thought this was a fun page. And I love the picture in here. She's got a little, I think it's a piñata on her back. She's collecting her materials. So I'm going to go ahead and read. And while I read, I want to think, what is there in this page that will help me understand when and where this story takes place, and possibly what kind of a day that Rosa Maria is having. So let's go ahead and read, and if I see something, I might stop. You ready? It says, Tuesday, Rosa Maria walked to the market. She filled her big bolsa with tortillas, cheese, red sauce, white rice, pinto beans, and a bag of candy. She bought a piñata on her way home, and on her way home stopped at the pasteleria to order a cake. After dinner, she washed the dishes and checked the mousetrap. All right, well, she was pretty busy there. She's got all her stuff in her hands. I could see her carrying it. But it had vanished. Que boba soy. Silly me. I must have forgotten again. She hurried to the cupboard to fetch another, and when it was set and ready to snap, she turned off the light and went to bed. So we're going to look just at this page and think about, where is this story taking place and when is the story taking place? And then after we figure those two things out, I want to think about what kind of a day Rosa Maria is having. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing I want to think about is, where does this part of the story take place? We can look right back here into the story, and it tells us right here that she went to the market. So we know that she went to the market. That's one place this story takes place, and that she went to a pasteleria or bakery to order a cake. And we also look back, we see that she went home, and after dinner and before bed, she set a mousetrap. So we do know that the story took place in a market, in a pasteleria, and at home. I can go back and actually read that on this page. So where this story takes place, it actually takes place on this page in 3 different places. And then the next question I want to think about is, when does this part of the story take place? So looking right here, I can see the first word is Tuesday. So they make it nice and easy for us to see that Tuesday is when this story takes place. So now we know where it takes place and we know when it takes place. The last question I would ask you is, what kind of a day do you think the character is having? Now, when we look for an answer for that question, we can't necessarily go right back in and find it like we did the word Tuesday. We have to look closely at what's happening in the story and figure it out, kind of like an inference. So we're going to look really closely. It said that she had to do a lot of things on Tuesday, and I can go back and look for the evidence. She had to go to the market. She had to get groceries. She had to get some candy. She had to get a cake. And I know that when I'm running around and have a lot of things to do, I always say to people, well, I have a busy day. So I'm going to say the kind of day that Rosa Maria was having was a busy day. So friends, today and every day when you read, I want you to stop and look at each page closely. Look for those clues or pieces of evidence that help tell you where and when your story takes place and what is changing about the character. What can you say about the character? In this case, we could say that she is having a busy day. After you watch this video, I want you to pick a book of your own and either read it to yourself or have someone read it. And I want you to draw a picture about the setting, where and when your story takes place. I miss you all. Have a wonderful day.